So today, as we start this morning, I wanted to start the conversation around culture. And that video that we just played earlier was just what all of you and all of us here worked through the past year in 2021, through the culture, through the way we live. And culture is very important. And many people say they have culture, but I think the only way we can demonstrate and give a perspective of culture is to have that clarity in codifying our MVVBPs, our missions, vision, values, beliefs, and perspective. And really our mission is to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving behind. That's really the mission. And our mission is to be that platform that will empower all of you to live that life, that big, big, huge life. And our vision is to be the real estate company of choice for agents and their customers. That they chose you because you are part of this platform, that we enable you to reach out to a consumer as close as good as possible, right? So that's our vision. And the thing about vision, it is intertwined with who we want to become. The vision brings us to a direction, it brings us to a place, a destination, a growth, a trajectory, a place where we want to live out the dreams and the vision that we have. And in order for us to do that, right, the vision, we need to have what we call values. How we determine the rules that we will play by, how we determine the thinking that we have and how we approach. And I believe with no judgment, there's no right or wrong, it's just a choice. And in our company, we choose God, family, business. And why I think it's important that we declare that is something that is a God, as a family, that's business. Why? Is because I believe the minute when we decide and we surrender our lives to a greater being, a greater power, that's true humility begins there. That we can only have humility when we realize that we are so lack and so we need so much more help, and there's a greater being that helps govern the way things is run from the natural and the unnatural realm. So why God, family, and then business? Because if we don't take care of our family, there's no point having a good business, right? The business exists to fund our lives. Money is good for the good it can do. So we want to have that values that predetermine the way we run our business. And then now we also talk about the belief system, the 10 precepts or concepts of the Y4C2Ts, right? The 10 things that determine how we should treat each other. Mo Anderson, our vice chairman of the board for our global company, says that culture is defined as how we treat one another. That's culture. If you want to have good culture, it's not only about that good feeling, it's about how you and I treat each other inside this room and outside this room. So to live that culture, there must be some guidelines and some core belief system that we have in our organization. And I want to focus on one particular belief precepts here called equity opportunities for all. I think this organization should be for all. Should be for all races, all people from different ethnicity, different backgrounds, different career backgrounds, different age groups. It should not be specific only for one type of people. It should be for all, right? So that's an example of how we look at when we plan our events, when we plan our business. We should think about how can we be inclusive, not exclusive, right? So there's an idea about the belief system, and we end that with a perspective. What's our perspective? We are a technology company, right, that provides the real estate platform to our agents, buyers, and sellers that we prefer. Keller Williams thinks like a top producer, right? Act like a training consultant and focuses all its activities on service, productivity, and profitability. You will see a lot of productivity, profitability conversations because in order to have good and healthy culture in a business, that business activities must be profitable. The culture must drive productivity, right? So culture itself also determines how productive, how we behave in our business, right? And one of the things I'm excited, right, as we go through this MVBPP, just to remind all ourselves as we start this 2022, I want to just give a quick report as accountability to everyone here, is that in 2021, you have lifted out our culture to the highest level in that year. Give yourself a round of applause. This is the total efforts that all of you have decided to partner with. And let me tell you this, 2021, No one knew we would have gone into such a strong and solid lockdown. No one knew. We thought it was all over in 2020. We thought that 2020 was over and 2021 was a fresh start. And I remember starting January saying, in 2021, saying that this is the best year because we are now ready, and we did not know that we went into a very challenging season, right? And with that, we actually have all these initiatives to help agents, to help our community, and even during the Christmas week, we had a flood that some of our agents decided to show up and take that leadership role to drive donation and drive support to the community. Right, so moving forward, I want to thank everyone, those who are watching online and on physical here right now, that all of you have contributed 73,000 and more than 300 agents, families, people, community has been touched. So give yourself a round of applause. Now, moving forward, as we look at culture as a very key cornerstone to our business, we are excited for 2022. We are going to launch something, an initiative that is really, I'm personally very excited about. And I'm going to pass the time to Christine to talk a little bit about it. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, John. Can you all hear me? Okay, I apologize. I cannot remove my mask because this is a sharing mic, so I need to be considerate of other people, okay? But you all know how I look like, so it's all good, all right? Now, so at the start, John talked about and reminded us all on the company's mission, vision, values, beliefs, and perspective, right? And all these are summed up in one word, and that is the word culture. To quote Gary Keller, who is also the founder of Keller Williams, who you are in business with matters. And through this culture that we all seek to build, it is our hope that the heartbeat of our company remains to be seen and known as culture in action. So in the extension of our culture building, I am very pleased to announce that Keller Williams Malaysia will be starting our very own KW Malaysia Cares. Yes. Now, so what is KW Malaysia Cares? It is essentially a non-profit organization that will be registered with the Registrar of Societies under the Societies Act of 1966. And what KW Malaysia Cares will do is that it is dedicated to serving and helping our immediate work family by providing financial aid to any KW Malaysia agents, associates, and staff who are experiencing hardship as a result of sudden emergencies. And of course, this can come in a form of financial aid or financial grants. Now, this is open to all internal agents, all staff, as well as their immediate family members. Now, how many of you are excited for this to take place? Yeah. Right. So, when will we see this taking place? Our commitment to you is to have KW Malaysia Cares launched by the second half of 2022. And this is only possible because we have established a working committee for it. And I'm honored to introduce to you the committee members of KW Malaysia Cares. And this committee will be chaired by Lana Lin from Market Center 2. All right, let's give them a hand. Some of you all may be wondering, how can I play a part in KW Malaysia Cares? If my name is not in this committee, what can I do? How can I contribute, right? Firstly, every agent will get the opportunity to decide if they want to deduct a set amount directly from their incoming commission. Okay? You can also choose to directly donate to KW Malaysia Cares as and when. And of course, lastly, but not the least, you can always be our ambassadors to share about KW Malaysia Cares to your clients, to your friends, and to encourage them to contribute and donate should they wish to do so. So in establishing this non-profit organization, it really serves as a reminder to us all that indeed there is a higher purpose of business and life, and that is for us to give, for us to care, and for us to share. And together with the team and all of you here today, and also those tuning in online, let's come together to build this legacy for Keller Williams Malaysia. Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know about you guys, but I'm totally excited when it comes to the culture part, because I believe that is the one that wraps us around. That is the one that helps us to be aligned, to be the better version of ourselves every single day. And we get to do that while we are making a lot of money for ourselves and our family, but having that opportunity to support other people as well during the tough times when it happens. And the past 2 years have given us so much opportunity and so much understanding that emergency happens, things happens, right? And when there is that support for our own family members in our own company, we are more assured that we are able to reach out to everyone. So thank you so much. Give yourself a round of applause for this.